Hi everyone. Today my topic is photography or the camera. Photography is a kind of art education which is helping people to express emotion or telling stories to people using spatial sense. The difference of the photos taken by artists and normal people is the artists can tell something more than the image showed. In addition, the images from artists are worth to think. There are two examples showed how to make the photos worth to think. The first one we can see that is a woman help a child to wear the shoes. This kind of photo is telling story to us. We can see both of them is wearing the wedding dress. There are a lot of space for us to think why they do that, why they wearing the wedding dress, what happened. And from the details of the picture, we can see every detail is tell us some information about the story. The second one is the wedding dress displayed in the middle of the road. It is also worth to think why it is displayed in the middle of the road instead of the showcase. Actually, I have no answer for that because everyone have their own idea for the art photos and everyone can illustrate the photos by themselves. Um, Next, I will talk about three basic functions of the camera. Uh, this three basic function is the most important technology to use the camera. The first one is the ISO. ISO is the level of the sensitivity of your camera to available lights. The lower ISO number, the less sensitivity it is to the light. While higher higher ISO number increase the sensitivity of your camera, the component within your camera that changes sensitivity is called image sensor, or simply called sensor. It is the most important part of the camera and it is responsible for gathering lights and transforming it into an image. With the increased sensitivity, your camera sensor can capture image in low light environments or without having to use flash. But higher sensitivity comes at expense. It will add noise to the photos. I highly recommend you to try to use the higher sensitivity or the higher ISO number to take photos. You will see what is the noise and what is the difference between the low ISO number and the high ISO number. Okay, the second one is the f-stop. What is the f-stop? F-stops are measured by scale, and it is known as the f-stop scale. If you are not familiar with the camera, the f-stop numbers can be very confusing as they do not seem to make any sense. In the photography, shutter speed have the same is the same important with the f-stops and the ISO number. Shutter speed or the exposure time is the length of the time when a film or digital sensor inside camera is exposed to light. Also, when camera shutter is open when taking photographs. Um, in conclusion, I'm still highly recommend you to use your own camera. Um, try to use different level of f-stops number, ISO number, and different length of the shutter speed. If you, I will tell you an example. If you uh, makes the shutter speed become very slow, the lights will become less. So mm, these three technology will create different photos, although the object is the same, the people is the same, but the it will make the photos become different. Finally, I will introduce you some small tips about how to create beautiful pictures. The first one we can see there is a picture about three of thirds. There are four lines divided the photos into nine small squares, and the people is on the left side of one of third of the left side of the photo. It it makes the photos become more powerful. If you leave the object or people in the middle of the photo, it will make people have no impression for the background. Thus, rule of third will create a strong link between the people and the background. Finally, lights. I think the lights is the most important thing for taking photography because the photo is created by the lights. I have several suggestions for you to use the lights. The first one is do not expose the object or people direct to the sunlight because if we do not do that, it will express the people in a normal state. It can help people to see the expression on their face or clearly see the object. It is good for us to take photos under cloudy sky. If it is a cloudless day, find a place while in the shadow. In addition, the camera also cannot expose to the strong sunlight. It makes the photos have bad quality. Mm, all in all, uh, my my class will stop here, and I still recommend you to use your camera to try to use the technology I introduced before, or try to adjust the different f-stops ISO number to create different feeling of the photos. Thank you.